Welcome back to Livie's Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel, and I'm your host, Fam the Fabulous. For more ideas, inspiration, swaps, and challenges, click the link in the description below to join our craft community, the Maker Exchange, on Facebook. All right, welcome back, everyone. Okay, so today I am going to be doing a quick little upcycle from this wood that I have found now last month. The staff and I over at our church, we were going through cleaning and sprucing up the children's building, and we, purging some of the items that we were no longer using. And among the things that were thrown out was puzzles. Of course, they end up missing pieces, and over a few years the kids play with them. Some of the pieces go home in the diaper bags and never to be seen nor heard from again. And I actually got this piece of wood from a wooden puzzle that was thrown out, and because of like I said, it was missing the pieces. But then I happened to see, as I was standing over the garbage, I'm like, it's basically a piece of framed wood already, and already sanded. And so I had mentioned in one of my previous videos, the upcoming projects video, which you'll take a look over there, you'll see that I wanted to create some wall art for my son, using these burlap initials that I picked up. I believe it was from Walmart. It's either from Walmart or Dollar General. In any case, these are the letters, and I originally was going to use some wooden frames that I picked up from Dollar General, and they were like $1 each, but I'm going to use that in another project. So what I'm going to do is I'm using this frame, and I'm also going to use a couple pieces of cardstock that came out of another one of the videos that I did here recently, featuring this paper pad from Echo Park, which I absolutely love, and it's called That's My Boy. So if you're a boy mom like me, grab this. It's got wonderful different pieces and elements to it, stickers, and I love the patterns. It's definitely good for a boys' room. And so, all that being said, I'm planning on using these two pieces of paper, the red, and then this one on the outside of it. I drew a sketch. I'm a planner, so when I'm sitting around doing nothing, I'm always thinking about the next thing, whether it's crafting or cleaning my home or whatever, or projects for our children's ministry, or something to do with my friends. Anyway, so the first thing that I need to do, I actually need to figure out the layout. So I figured out the layout, and what it looks like I'm going to need is two similar sized pieces of cardstock cut down to fit in here. So let me grab my cutter, my paper cutter, which I need to replace the blade because it is so dull. I'm going to go ahead and cut this down to, let's see, this is 10.5 inches. So I'm going to cut that down just shy of 10.5 inches. Just a little bit smaller than that. And I saw that there was a video by Mimi Made It, and where she says, she kind of tells you what, some of the techniques to use on the paper cutter, and to make sure you get straight cuts. And I was so impressed. I really was, because Lord knows I have tried time and time again to get a good cut, and I fail every time. So I'm going a little bit under 10.5. Okay, and I'm going to cut that there, going from the bottom on up, as she says. Oh, my blade is so dull. I can't even use this one. Let me think. Nope, let me use my other old standby, oldie but goodie. hopefully this is not on the score. This is my first paper cutter from like 10 years ago, I think. Like, it says Provo Craft. That's how long ago it was, right? Alright, so let's try this again. A little shorter than 10.5, and starting at the bottom, forcing the paper to go up against this, she says. And I'll drop a link below to May's channel. She has wonderful tips. I'm going to sink my blade in the middle. Let's see if this helps, because my blades are so dull. That helps. Look at there. Thank you, May. Alright, so will this fit? Perfect fit. Look at that. You got to give it up to the old pros. Not saying she's old, but I'm just saying, I think we probably are the same age, but she's been in the game for quite some time, so they know the tips and tricks. That's another thing about crafting. It may not be your aesthetic, but trust me, sometimes when you follow some of the tried and trues, you can definitely, I got to cut this one too. You can't go wrong. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this one a little shorter than 10.5 as well. And I'm going to talk you out here to death. Alright, a little shorter than 2.5. Sink the blade. She says sink the blade into the paper. And then hold the paper. Alright, let's see if that's 10. Okay, wonderful. So what I'm going to do is I don't want it to be a fresh cut for these ends, because I don't plan on putting any trim. If this is a girl's one, then I wouldn't have a problem with putting like lace and trim to kind of give it some visual interest. But because it is a boy's, I'm going to have to use one of my mats, my sewing mats. Because this is for boys, I don't have trim that I'm comfortable using, that I know that he wouldn't mind having in there. So I'm going to do tiered edges, and I'm going to do them at 1, 2, 3 inches. And I think I need to flip this over. Yeah, I'm going to flip this over so that I can get the torn edge on the opposite side. 1, 2, 3. And it doesn't have to be as precise as I'm doing it, but I mean, if anything worth doing is worth doing it the way you want to have it done, right? See, there we go. That's what I wanted. All right, and so we'll do the same to this side. And I'm such a lefty. Sometimes I have problems with getting things just the way that I want them. Shout out to all the other lefty crafters out there. You know, the world of crafting is not really caught on to our need for left-handed lifestyle things. So okay, so we got 2 pieces. Let me put this off to the side. And I don't think I need that. No, I don't need the mat. So the next step will be to glue this down. I'm going to have to make this a little bit, nope, let's see. Nope, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I'm going to cut this down just a little bit. So my thoughts were to do something like this, which will give enough room, perfect, which will give enough room on here for me to put a cute sentiment or something like that, you know, something boy friendly. Okay, so I'm gonna go off camera, glue this stuff down, and I'll be back. All right, stay tuned. Okay, so I went ahead and using some, this bottle, I have a little bit of water in this bottle of Eileen's original tacky glue, but I pretty much just spread a layer of this glue to the base of the puzzle, you know, the wood. And then, and by the way, just so you know, this wood was originally this color, and I put 2 coats of the white paint on there. I failed to mention that earlier. But in any event, so I went on ahead and glued down the pieces that I tore, in addition to cutting down the red paper a little bit, just so that I would not be wasting the parts of the red that I weren't using. So I spread the glue out, laid the red down first, then I added the sides, and then using the hot glue gun, I just put the burlap letters down, and then off camera I went ahead and disassembled my son's, it's not even a Hot Wheel car, that's why he gave me permission to do so, but I just went ahead and took these off of one of his ambulance trucks that he wasn't using, and I'm going to put that in the corners here. And so that's just to give that a little bit of a personal touch, you know. He definitely is a car enthusiast and has been that way since he was a little baby. So these are the little things that, you know, you can add to give it a little bit of touch, a little bit of visual interest, and keep it personalized for them. I need to add a little bit more glue to this one. You know, I have to clean that up off camera. But anyway, so he didn't mind as long as it wasn't one of his precious Hot Wheel or Matchbox vehicles. He's fine with it. Plus, it's for him, so how much could he argue, right? Well, he could. And trust me, he would. Oops, that's not backwards. Well, you know what? That's not too bad. Gracious. Alright, and so now, using some of the stickers that was in the sticker pack, and I'll clean off the excess glue once it dries fully, but for now, I'm going to let that sit. And so these are the stickers that came in the sticker pack that I'm going to pick from. He definitely is a gamer. I'm sure you heard him in the background of practically every video of mine. I do like this. Kind, silly, sweet, fun, happy, and perfect. He's perfect. He's, you know, in terms of a good kid, he's a perfect kid by the definition of how perfect a kid can be. But, you know, we know that there's no such thing as perfection on this side of life. Anyway, so I'm going to use this and some of the stars and possibly I'm going to add that one to the bottom. So let me go ahead and put those on while I still have your attention. And I think I need to put a little bit of glue down just to make sure it doesn't fall off. Because, you know, sometimes over time, stickers lose their adhesion. Especially because they're up, this will be up on the wall. And we know that hot air rises to the top. There's a good chance that the adhesive is gonna dry out. So put that there. And then I wanted to use the gaming piece. So let's see if that will fit. Should fit right here. Let's see if I can get that in there without it. Yep, that's good. That's good. Alright, so let me put a little bit of glue on the back of that. Slide it up underneath here. And of course, you know, whenever you use hot glue, it raises whatever element you're using up off of your page. So thanks to the hot glue, this isn't flat down to the surface, so I was able to wiggle that up underneath there. And let's see if I have another word sticker. How about awesome? Yeah, because he is an awesome kid. Let's see if that'll look good. Actually, no, I don't like that. See, just like that. And I'm a woman, so I'm entitled to change my mind, right? And if I was a guy, I'd change it anyways. So, there's that. Look at that. Seeping out from the side. It'll dry clear, thank goodness. Alright, I think, oh, here we go. That's good. And then I'll go ahead and put some stars down. Put that in the middle so it doesn't, Alright, and then I'm just going to go ahead and put the stars on. And that will be the extent of that project. You know, when if this was for a girl, there'd be all type of laces and buttons and banners and rainbows and unicorn. But, you know, when it comes to the boys, they don't want all of that extra, as my son calls it. That's so, look at all that glue. It'll dry. They don't want all that extra. They want it to the point and as basic as need be. So we moms have to oblige. And I put stars because he is a shining star. And our kids should always know that anyways. And I wanted to do this for us boy moms because there's so many projects on Pinterest and Facebook and YouTube for the girls. But it is not easy to find inspiration for our boys. So this is to you guys. And one more thing I wanted to add, which is the baseball. And actually, let me see if there is room for it. No, I'm going to have to leave that for another piece of wall. I got another project coming up, so I'll reserve some of that for this. But those for that. And then the last thing that I have to do is going to be to add a hanger to the back, which I'm going to make my husband do. He'll either drill out a hole, probably not. I'll probably run a strip of cord in the back from one side to the next just so it can hang evenly. I can center it evenly. So there we have it. A cute little piece of wall art for my son. And just in case you're wondering, the measurements are approximately, let's see, 15 and a half inches wide by 11 and a half inches tall. So there we have it. And I hope this project has inspired you guys to, you know, take a look at before you send that box out to the garbage, see if there's something else you can use, and then pull from what you have around home to create something special for your little one, or for your, in my case, your son. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click the button, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you will be made aware of our future videos as they are uploaded. And until we're back here again together on YouTube, stay encouraged, stay blessed, and stay creative and crafty. Bye for now. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe to join the crafty community, and be sure to click the bell for notifications of new uploads. Thank you so much for watching. Now stay tuned for more from LIVIE'S Lovelies, your inspirational craft channel. Bye for now.